This is the author that made me get Goodreads, an online, if you will, bookshelf. I used to travel 3 to 5 days per week for work and would find myself in airport bookstores unknowingly purchasing a book that I already owned. Oftentimes it was a Jack Reacher novel, occasionally Mitch Rapp. Hey guys, Captain Mike, welcome to Whiskey and Literature. I do both book and whiskey reviews. Tonight it is Killing Floor by Lee Child. He's a British author, was born in 1954. Killing Floor was his debut novel. And is he a prolific writer? Hell yeah, he is. He's released a book every year since 1997, except 2010, when he released 2 books at his insane pace and consistency. Okay, quick specs and stats for Killing Floor. First published in 1997. I purchased a new copy this year and it wasn't very easy to get. I couldn't find it at my local bookstore, and when I ordered it off Amazon, it took 2 weeks to get to my house, which is crazy slow if you know Amazon. I do imagine if you have a good used bookstore nearby you, Killing Floor should be available. My copy clocks in at 407 pages. I did listen to a portion of this on Audible, where it's read by Dick Hill for 17 hours and 47 minutes. A brief word on the style. This is not Hemingway or Tolstoy. Child's writing style has been described as commercial, workmanlike even, and I agree. Written in first person, Killing Floor is fast-paced, hardly a wasted page. Genre? It's a thriller. Okay, let's talk about the characters, and there's only one that matters. His name is Jack Reacher. And I think Lee Child did a great job of creating a very readable character. Yeah, he's a humongous dude, but he has the intelligence, wit, and quirks that make him a nice, well-rounded, balanced character. Things like his passion for music and coffee, they're legendary. He can set himself a time to wake up, and he wakes up. So quick rundown, who is Jack Reacher? He was a military brat born outside the United States. And after he grew up outside the United States, he joined the military as a military police and spent his entire working career outside the United States. So when he's downsized 6 months prior to the beginning of Killing Floor, he decides, hey, I want to go travel this country that I've been defending or fighting for my entire career. So he becomes a hobo. He just walks around with some cash and an expired passport. He doesn't own anything except a toothbrush. When his clothes gets dirty, he just buys a new set. He does explain in one of the later novels, as he's talking to a character, he doesn't own anything because even if he just buys a backpack and puts some stuff in it, that's just a slippery slope. And next thing he knows, he'll be owning a house with a white picket fence. So he just rides buses, jumps on trains, walks around, and so begins Killing Floor. Reacher, he is sitting in a diner that he just arrived to in Margrave, Georgia. The police storm in and arrest him for murder. That's it. That's the plot. And now we're just going to talk in general terms about the Jack Reacher novels as a whole. The books, they always start out, for the most part, of the ones that I've read, with Jack Reacher walking around or just arrived someplace or working in Florida as a construction worker when something happens, like him getting arrested in a diner. From that beginning, the plot is, how does he get himself out of the situation while resolving issues for those around him? Luckily for us, he doesn't just use his size to bully his way out of trouble, though that does undoubtedly help in some situations. He uses his experience and his wit that he learned from being in the military police. Perhaps you just finished watching the series on Amazon, or you have seen the movies with Tom Cruise, and the first season of the Amazon series was based on Killing Floor. And I think they did a pretty good job of adapting the novel to the small screen, and that show is worth your watch. Okay, my thoughts on Killing Floor and Lee Child's other novels and Jack Reacher as a character. And honestly, I straight up enjoy reading these books. I think Jack Reacher is a great character who's really fun to read. I haven't read any of his newer stuff, but there is a saturation point when reading Lee Child Reacher novels because they can be a bit formulaic. Having said that, I do recommend you read Lee Child, Jack Reacher novels. And I think you should start with Killing Floor. I know that in the series now, chronologically, there are a few books that explore Reacher prior to being downsized from the military. But I think Killing Floor is a great intro into the character and into kind of how all these stories work. Who should read Killing Floor or Lee Child novels in general? I think it'd be a great summer read. Are you going on vacation and you're having a long airplane flight? Or are you going on a cruise with your in-laws and you want some alone time upstairs on the deck reading a book? There you go. Or a great beach read. You're not getting deep into this novel where it's very complex. You just read it, you enjoy it, and then it's over. I think you should pick Killing Floor up and you'll be happy that you did. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe to see more of my content. Again, I do both book and whiskey reviews. But for now, my friends, you know what to do. I hope you're reading something good and drinking something great. Turn the pages and stay thirsty. Cheers.